forms of punishment. These were the punishments that took me completely by surprise, and I had no way to protect myself from. Sometimes Mom would just look at me at a point during the day and become enraged. She would find any small reason to get mad at me, find something I had done wrong, or identify a task that I had not completed to her satisfaction. There was the morning Mom didn't think I brushed my teeth well enough before school, and before I knew it, I was being drugged by my hair down the hallway to the bathroom where Mom brushed my teeth with Comet until she thought they were white enough. Or how can I forget the day when Mom caught me dancing in my bedroom and I ended up knocked down on the floor, where Mom proceeded to scream in my face that I was a whore, ripped off my shirt and bit my left nipple. I have a scar on my nipple to this day, just for dancing to a New Kids on the Block song in my bedroom. It was after these punishments, when I was left scared and more afraid than I had ever been, that I would beg for him to come save me. I didn't understand what I had done so wrong as a child that I deserved this treatment. As I grew older and the punishments became worse and more freakish, I began to think that I was a bad person. I must have done something horrible to deserve this treatment, to make my mom the person she was. Mom was not a drinker. She never smoked, and she didn't do drugs. So why else would she treat me this way? I believed it was my fault, and God was putting me through this to teach me a lesson, to punish me for something I had done that upset him greatly. But something deep inside of me still believed in that childish dream of being scooped up to heaven amongst the wings of angels. Until then, I had to find my own ways to cope and deal with Mom's eccentric behavior. If I could sense that Mom was about to snap, I would move away from stairs, or I would move out of a certain room to get away from pots and pans or anything else she could easily grab and hit me with. I would try to fight back at times. I would try so hard to pry her hands off of my throat, or close my mouth shut so tight to avoid the Comet or the liquid dish soap she would put in my mouth that my cheeks bled on the inside from my teeth biting them. Nothing I did ever worked. If I fought back, Mom seemed to become stronger, and the beating went from bad to horrible in a matter of seconds. I felt that in order to survive, I would have to become a rag doll, something limp for Mom to knock around. One of my earliest memories is of me standing in the middle of the living room in the small apartment Mom, my stepfather Richard, and I shared. I remember Mom standing in front of me, her auburn hair catching the sunlight from the window on the sliding glass door leading out to our small balcony, and making her look as if her entire head was on fire. She was screaming and cursing in my face, and I remember her breath smelling like spearmint gum, and her green eyes were blazing. I remember seeing Richard making himself a turkey and cheese sandwich in the small kitchen connected to our living room, acting as if nothing was going on. I remember feeling a trickle of warm liquid traveling down my right leg, and I looked down. There is a large wet spot on our light tan carpet. Suddenly my face is being rubbed into the wet spot in the carpet. It smelled like the bathroom at school. I hear Mom scream at the top of her lungs, "She pissed on the floor!" Everything after that goes black. About a week after this incident, I received a visit at school from a lady who worked for the Department of Children and Family Services. I don't know if I said something to a teacher or had a mark on me from the day Mom rubbed my face in my own urine that triggered the call, but somehow this lady knew that Mom was hurting me. I remember having a conversation about Mom with this lady and seeing tears in her eyes. Once our conversation had ended, the lady stood up, stroked the side of my face, and gave me a hug. I remember that hug. I remember it so well because I didn't receive another one for a very long time. It was warm, soft, and her arms seemed to envelop me in love. To this day, I still get tears in my eyes when I think about it and how much I cherished that moment. After school that day, I walked home with a feeling of hope in my heart. I thought maybe the nice lady who visited me would go and fix Mom, give her a hug and make all of our problems go away. The thought of a happy family and the perfect Mom gave me an extra skip in my step as I approached the apartment building we lived in. Mom must have been waiting for me because she was standing at the top of the stairs leading up to our apartment with her arms